my name's Ava from Ava and Kitty and welcome to Storytime. Today I'm with Georgia again.
Hi!
And today we're going to be reading another story, Mystery of the Two Missing Ponies. So let's start. One day, Caroline and Phoebe were strolling down a stony track that led to an old but yet organised yard. As they entered onto the organised yard, their ponies, Sunny and Bear, were grazing in their daisy-filled meadow. Caroline and Phoebe made their ponies breakfast, which included a scoop of molly chaff and competition mix. Bear had a sky blue feed bucket with a matching head collar and lead rope. Sunny, on the other hand, had a bright red feed bucket with a matching head collar and lead rope. After making breakfast, Caroline went to catch Bear and tie her up so she could give her a groom while she ate her breakfast on the yard. When Caroline went to go to catch Bear, Bear came to her instantly, probably because she knew she was going to have breakfast and have a lovely pamper session. Bear was a 15-2 Dun Connemara mare. Sunny was a big 16-3 black thoroughbred who was obviously fast. After that, Phoebe caught Sunny, who was sporting his bright red head collar, as well as Bear, who looked very glamorous in her sky blue head collar. After breakfast, the girls popped their ponies in their stables with soaked hay in a hay net and a cold bucket of fresh water from the tap. As they strolled up, Caroline suggested, "How about we take them on a hack through the woods and up round the sides of the mountain, back round past the waterfall?" "Sure," spoke Phoebe. After arriving back at their cottage, the girls had their breakfast before changing into their riding clothes. Phoebe put on her dark blue riding leggings and a dusty-coloured grey long-sleeve t-shirt. On the other hand, Caroline slipped on her blue breeches, as well as finishing off with a hot pink knitted jumper. They both had a pair of bright purple socks, which they slipped on over their black poo-stained jumper boots. After that, they left the cottage, closing the beautifully designed cottage door. They locked it and started wandering down. Strolling down, Caroline and Phoebe had a little conversation before entering the yard. "Hello, Bear," shouted Caroline. "Hello, Sunny," shouted Phoebe. Usually the girls would hear a slight whinny, but not today. "Awfully quiet, aren't they?" muttered Caroline. "Yeah, I wonder what's got into them. I hope they're all right," spoke Phoebe in a tender voice, sounding very worried. "Look, they didn't have their heads out," Caroline shouted. They're not there," Phoebe said in a panicked voice. The girls shook with fear, wondering what could have happened to their two beloved ponies. What if they were stolen by horse thieves?" shouted Phoebe, who sounded extremely nervous now. "That definitely would not have happened to us. It's usually the racers that are stolen, like Shergar," said Caroline, confidently hoping that what she had just said was true. "We could borrow ponies from a local riding school and go and search for them and clues," suggested Phoebe. "Caroline, you can go and search the moors and the woods, and I'll go and search by the waterfall and around the mountains. Make sure you both have our phones and our medical bags. Put on a high vis as well, so you can be spotted easily if needed. I'll get Sunny, you get Bear. Got it?" "Yep," said Caroline, not sounding very amused at how bossy her little friend could be. "Next time, just try not to be as forward, okay?" The two friends hopped in their car, with Phoebe's mum driving them to their local stables. As they entered the gate that led to the entrance of the riding school, they instantly hopped out of the car and started begging to their riding instructor if they could use two ponies to borrow for a couple of days. Luckily, it was approved, and instantly hopped on their ponies, split up, and started searching. Caroline was on a 15-hand grey Welsh Section A gelding horse called Sammy, whilst Phoebe was on a 16-hand chestnut Dutch warm-blood gelding, who was called Herbert. As Caroline plodded along at a very slow pace, she spotted something out of the corner of her eye. Was it Bear? Nobody knew. "Oh, it's a blasted squirrel," shouted Caroline. Moving on, Phoebe was galloping along the cropped field of her trusty steed with the wind blowing through her hair, till all of a sudden she was lying face down on the grass next to Herbert's feet. "Herbert, you threw me over just so you could have a grass bike? Come on, I just want to find the ponies, okay? You're being ridiculous," shouted Phoebe, choking back her tears, then vaulted back on and just walked till she got to the wild waterfall. Eventually, the girls arrived at the exact same time where they should be at the right time. Caroline had arrived at the Misty Moors and Phoebe had arrived at the Wild Waterfall. Caroline grabbed her phone from her big backpack. As she tried to find her phone that she had securely placed in the phone pocket of her bag, she couldn't find it. "Oh no, my phone is not there. It must have slipped out when I leapt out of the car. I wish I would have checked," spoke Caroline in a very disappointed tone. Clearly, this ride wasn't going well for either of them. Phoebe fell off and Caroline lost her phone, which they both needed. Suddenly, out of the corner of her eye, there she was. "Bear! Bear! Well, that's a massive relief. You're here. Where have you been?" shouted Caroline as she galloped towards Bear. Once she got there, she realised she wasn't alone. Bear was with a horse thief who had a gun prized along the rim of his back. "You leave my pony alone. I'll, spluttered Caroline. "You'll do what?" the horse thief joked sarcastically. I'll run you over, guessed Caroline. "You do remember that I can just shoot you and your horses?" "Yes, I've your black lad." "You wouldn't. Because if you did, I would call the police." Oh yeah, pooh, I lost my phone. "Sonny?" Caroline hasn't realised what she said, but luckily Phoebe galloped over on Herbert and saw all the action going on. "Sonny, step away from them. Caroline, you know what to do. Come on, this isn't the time to be bossy," whined Caroline. "Just do it," shouted Phoebe. Okay. So after all that drama, Caroline took both of the horses' head collars out of her ginormous backpack. As Caroline said she would, she ran over the horse thief, catching both of the horses, giving Phoebe, Sonny, and keeping Bear in her grip. "Come on, go as fast as you can," shouted Phoebe. Eventually, they arrived back at their local stables and dropped off the horses at their stables and loaded Sonny and Bear into their trailer. As soon as they got home, they popped their horses into the daisy-filled meadow where they could graze, nice and safely.
2 months later, luckily police caught the horse thief and he was sent to jail for 2 years against cruelty to harmless animals. Thankfully, the ponies were safe and not injured through any of this. From now on, ponies are semi-retired and only hack every now and then. The girls are still vital and Caroline is a vet helping sick or poor animals. And Phoebe is a policeman on a mighty horse, patrolling London's vast grounds. As a happy ending, everybody is enjoying life and everybody is safe.
Okay, so that's one massive story. So there'll be no part 2s or 3s to that. So, yeah, thank you for watching Story Time, and I'll see you next time. Bye!